regardes là-bas, est-ce que tu nous vois?
So here we have a most beautiful gateau carton. So originally this was the order for the gateau or croissant or something was Monsieur Beaumont. So if someone there is watching is called Beaumont, this is probably the thing for you. It's got the wax seal and the original part of probably what was the receipt or the invoice for it. And it opens to reveal clean inside with the original stamps from the luxury Boulongerie who made the gateau that would have been presented in this beautiful carton. So made of cardboard, probably like 1880 French. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to have to keep your special keepsakes or, you know, jewellery or sewing equipment, I don't know. A lovely thing to have in your home. And here we have something for the boys. So if you can see, it's got this beautiful red ribbed metalwork design. So if you can see, we'll get it a bit closer. Obviously, we're going to be taking this home and cleaning it off and restoring it ready for you to use. But it's very unusual to get one in this condition. All the handles are there, and the little men, the little footballer men, are wooden, all the little men. It's a really great find and something that'll be such fun to use. Just a little bit more detail so you can see the little wooden characters with their faces. They're so cute, but it's very unusual. I mean, it needs a good clean, I do admit. If I didn't have a sausage, I'd probably have a Scottie dog. So this is the French Hamish, and he needs some new batteries, but he's got his little wheels and he's got his string. So when we get him home and we get him all restored and sorted out, he is going to be going like this. Hang on. He's going to go. Whee! Oh, and the other thing I didn't tell you was his little tail. His little tail goes like this. So you'll have to watch another video to see Hamish, the little French Scottie dog. Have you seen his little beady eyes? Look, his little beady eyes. Yeah, oh, he's so cute. So Hamish. These look tiny, but if I pick them up and bring them closer, you're going to see, I can barely carry this, how big this actually is. This is definitely from some kind of a chateau. Oh, hang on, this one didn't have a mark on it, did it? No? This is a massive copper pot. It's very hard for you to see how big it is, but I can barely hold it. And you see how big it is. You could get a whole chicken in here. Get 2 chickens in here maybe. It's a really beautiful thing. And at this size and weight, it must have come from a chateau. Here we have slightly smaller, that fits inside it, which is great. But this is like a proper stew pot. And it's got those lovely handles, the same as the bigger one. Well, or not the same, of course, but very similar. And then we have the super big saucepan, which this one we were very fortunate to find with the Paris Maker's Mark on it. So this has always been a very super expensive item, but how beautiful would that be hanging up in your kitchen? Can't wait to get this one home. Here we have a beautiful biscuit tin. I just love the colour, and it's got the original glass and it's hinged, which makes it super special. Really pretty all the way around. And Johnny's thinking of making this into an illuminated diorama. So, if no one else wants it beforehand, when he gets round to doing all his jobs, it may become something even more special. Here we have a pair of beautiful tins. I would say these are probably 1910, like Art Nouveau, Art Deco. Really good condition. You just very rarely find such beautiful tins. And our next find was one of these. You probably have seen them before, but they are 1950s French, so typically mid-century, and they are lamps. So this one definitely needs a rewire and a new bulb, but when it's cleaned up and all illuminated, this is going to be a really super little feature. Wow. Continuing our mid-century lamp theme, this one is obviously a bit bigger and much more of a statement piece, but very heavy, and has this beautiful pottery enamelled finish of blues and greens. Again, it needs a really good clean and a rewire. So this is probably my most favourite find of the whole trip so far. Another one of my girls. So this one, I don't know if you can see the impasto on her. She is signed, haven't done the research yet, and dated 1910. So she's probably what we term in the trade as a keeper, but I just had to share her with you anyway. Yeah, she's just, I've never seen anything like it. The impasto on this is probably like 2 inches or so. So yeah, when she's framed and she's going to be up on the wall, she's going to be mesmerising. So you probably can't really see how fantastic she is, but yeah, can't wait to do some research on this one. So if this is the first time you've come across my videos on YouTube, I would really love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss any more of my videos of me travelling around France to all the antiques markets and brocantes, looking for beautiful things for your home and mine. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow me there too, where you'll get more kind of little snippets of my days as I go. Ah, bonjour.
Bonjour. Excusez-moi, je fais la photo.
So here we have the monkeys. I mean, it's just a lovely mid-century sculpture. Have we checked to see if it's signed?
I haven't checked yet.
Okay, it's not signed, but it's certainly old and it could be a lamp. We were thinking it could be a lamp. We're thinking it could be a lamp, but also, if you love monkeys, it is just a beautiful thing. I don't know how Johnny spotted these and I didn't see them. They're a pair of wall lights. Cute, aren't they? They could have been bookends, I guess, but they've obviously been a pair of wall lights for quite some time, so can't wait to see what they're going to look like. So this was an interesting thing. It's, I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of depth to it. There's the back. It's obviously been like this for a while, like a diorama with these two ladies in and the old lace. Oh, we just loved this. I think it does need a little bit of restoration, but beautiful thing. So here we have a really interesting mid-century lamp. It's got some interesting fretwork in the ceramics, as well as texture and different colourways. Obviously got a bulb in the top, but it's got a bulb in the bottom. So that will shine obviously through the fretwork and give you a really lovely ambient light. So can't wait to get that one to the electrician, get it rewired and restored. I'm going to try to show you some of the art we bought while we were in France. I love this one. I'll bring her a bit closer so you can see in a minute. But she's got her original frame. She's got an old canvas. She's got a repair in the middle here. It's got some writing on the back that needs to be researched. So if you come close, you'll see that actually there's some quite impasto palette marks on her, which makes her quite interesting. And I love the colours. I'm not sure we'll be able to research the signature. What do you think, Johnny?
It's a very difficult one.
Anyway, she's a good one. Probably my most expensive painting of the trip. And I'm not sharing it with you now, but this is a known artist. Oop. I'm trying to hold it straight. It weighs so much. So just briefly, it's a very old canvas and it could be the original frame, but I suspect this had a much more important frame on it. Does it sound really bad? I just don't know if I can sell this one. But yeah, she's very dark, she's very moody. She's French and she is 100% originally French mid-century find of a trip. I was going to say, this is me with a wig on, but clearly it's not. Yeah, what is there to say? It's mid-century, original frame, oil on canvas. She just needs a little bit of TLC. And is it gonna be another one, Johnny, that I can't bear to sell?
Yeah, I think we need to keep it.
This beauty, she is not mid-century. She's from the 19th century, so she is dated 1895 and signed, and that is most definitely correct for her. And you can tell by looking at the canvas at the back and the stretchers, she definitely has the correct age for her date. This definitely needs framing. It probably had the most extraordinary frame. It's dated, it's on a 10F board. So for those that you know about the French paintings, you'll know this has got quite an age. I would think it's like 1910. And yeah, she will have had a spectacular frame, which is unfortunately been parted from this beautiful picture. Yeah, that definitely needs some. So here we have a very pretty, this is probably very early 19th century canvas that's been later applied onto wood. And there's some really pretty detail in this, if you can see. It's a lovely oil painting, and close up there's some really lovely detail, and it is signed. This is another one of my more expensive acquisitions this trip. It's a known artist, and I have a thing for snow scenes, so winter scenes. I'm probably going to collect up all the winter scenes again, as I have done before, and release those later on in the year. Mind you, it feels like winter. So yeah, it's a beautiful oil on canvas. It's on a 10F frame, and yeah, we'll be probably framing her. I would think she had an extraordinary frame originally to match with her, you know, the beauty of the painting, the light. Oh yeah, it's just everything to like about this one. There's some in pastel. This is so difficult to show you how much work goes into a painting of this quality, but very happy with this one. And my final picture for this trip is this very beautiful mid-century lady, and she is a pastel. She's signed in pencil. She sits in her original frame, and she is behind glass. It's a very rare find these days, especially being this size. As you can see on me, those that know me, this is probably like a metre high. Oh no, maybe not a metre high, 80 centimetres high. She's a fantastic piece. And although I'd love to keep her, I'm sure she's going to end up living on the wall of one of you guys.
Est-ce que tu y crois? Je ne sais pas écrire, tu manques de toi.